Question from Ankara. What would Huzur suggest to a Muslim country which suffer from high inflation over 100%? And the second part of this question, which commercial goods should take place in free markets all over the world? Which commercial goods should take place in free market all over the world?
This question is not understandable. The English is poor and it has not been able to express what the question wanted to ask. Which commercial goods should be?
Should take place in free market.
Take place.
Yes. No custom duties.
Marketed without any custom duties.
This question, both these questions are wrongly addressed. They should be addressed to the economists of the countries with which they relate. First of all, if there is 100% inflation in the country, there has to be some reasons for that. And the economists of the country may have manipulated it to their own advantage. So this question is vague, and the situation which is described can apply to different countries with different results. Sometimes inflation goes in favor of the country which has it manipulated. Germany, for instance, after the Second World War, was deeply in debt to foreign countries which were in terms of German currency. So they inflated their currency to such order as £1 million were no more than worth a few marks or at most, 100 marks or so. I mean, this is just an example, but the currency were inflated and the value fell so much that seldom has it happened in human experience. But Germany got rid of all her debts. People suffered for a while, but they also inflated their pay, their remunerations and salaries. Everything was raised automatically. Local people were used to paying more for an egg than they ever did or could ever do again. But then they had money enough with them to buy an egg like in olden days. So it is a manipulated inflation sometimes, which in the hands of excellent and expert economists can do good things for the country. But some inflations are a result of stupidity, sheer lack of concern, and also because of selfish attitudes by the governments themselves. They, for instance, want to raise money for their own purpose by making a budget which is not reasonable and sensible, which could not be supported at all. So many reasons cause some governments to play tricks on their own people. In such cases, they go on printing paper money and flood the market with that paper money. How can they flood the market? They buy things from that paper money, which to them is just a paper. And they pay the salaries with that paper money. The result is that sort of inflation which you have just mentioned sets in. Sorry, the answer to that is, inflation should not be corrected. Such rulers should be corrected, their minds should be corrected. Their attitudes should be corrected. And then whatever harm is done by the inflation can be also rectified. As far as the second part of the question is concerned, it is a hypothetical and imaginary question which does not and cannot apply to the real economy of the world. Different countries produce different things, and they are very rich in those things. They do not need the import of those things from other countries. And they want to export their goods. Some other countries do not want to import certain goods at high rates because it can upset their economy, or sometimes at low rates because the same can upset their economy. For instance, some countries have taken measures to boost agriculture by fixing the prices of wheat. Those prices are artificially fixed at high rate, so that people, instead of turning more to industry and labor, they turn to agriculture. Now, if such a rule as suggested is imposed, their economy will collapse. So these economical questions are very complicated questions. They have to be answered by economists in a given situation. They can't be generally answered at all.